Holy shit.
200.
Hey guys, guess what?
Huh.
We've done 200 episodes of this fucking game.
So when are we being syndicated?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
When are we being syndicated and get that reparation money? No, not reparation money, reoccurring money.
The reparation
I'm fucking
money.
tired, dude. I'm fucking tired, dude. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Ignore me. Ignore everything I just fucking said.
Do I get birthday
fucking
inspo
dumb.
from last time? We didn't have session on birthday.
Pug does get birthday inspiration. That is true.
Yay!
Which I should remind you is different from your normal inspiration. So the birthday inspiration you get to keep. So just a reminder there. It does not interfere with your normal inspiration. Also, Squinto, holy shit, thank you for the 5 gifties. My God.
Yo.
Mother of God.
Squinto.
Guys, gals, non-binary pals, hello. Welcome back. It's been
Hi.
a few weeks, gamers. Holy shit, welcome to episode 200 of Exilia Regalia. I am your host, as always, the one and only Poutine Pastry, the Farting Tart, joined by my crew of intrepid adventurers. We've been gone for about 3 weeks, roughly. I believe our last game was January 26th, I believe. We've had a couple things happen since then. And this is where I also tell y'all that if you looked at the stream title for today, you know that a bit later tonight we're going to be doing the Elden Ring Night Rain Network test. In that, the Night Rain Network test starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is around the back half of our game. So we will be ending session a little bit early, because we're going to be taking part in that. It's going to be real cool. So without further ado, we're going to get straight into it. Y'all, feel free to do your test rolls if you want.
Damn it. 19.
4.
Nutters.
6.
Nutters. J Frost.
Hello.
Do you want to roll your test roll?
I am rolling.
CG had to go piss her, so he should be back in a
3.
second. Here's hoping CG gets a 5. But, my friends, I get to tell you a very special thing. Happy 200 episodes. Everyone here who doesn't have inspiration already gets inspiration. Thank you guys for putting up with my dumbass for 200 episodes of this.
Oh, was that what we were doing?
Thank you for putting up with my dumbass for 200 episodes.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Thank me for putting up with y'all's dumbasses for 200 episodes. CG, feel free to do your test roll if you want. But yeah, if you don't have inspiration already, you get it.
Hooray!
Congrats on 200, gamers. We're rapidly approaching the end of this campaign, so seems like as good of a time as any. Didn't get a 5. Alrighty, gamers. Let me throw some music on. Deep within the city of Paradigm, Exilia Regalia has begun to traverse the bottom levels of Castle Dawnstone, the primary headquarters of the necromantic cult, the Hellfire Assembly. Exilia Regalia, running a bit weary, has taken some time to rest and replenish their resources, utilizing a short rest. As the seconds and minutes grow ever tense and ever slow, the war raging in the streets above continues on. With each minute that goes by, we inch ever closer to the conjoining of the sun and the moons, Lunas and Cardera. A meridian union, where the balance between magic and normalcy becomes razor thin. The Hellfire Assembly seeks to use this surplus of magic to destroy the Divine Gate, thus trapping the gods in the upper planes. This is what Exilia Regalia seeks to stop. As we were kind of getting into the early minutes of our short rest, and I know y'all have already done your short rest, so we'll touch on that in a minute. As we get into the early minutes of the short rest, your comrade in arms, as well as the king of Austerios, more specifically the Iron Dominion in Austerios, Cedric Aragon, he stands off to the side a little bit, and he begins to reach out to your allies via sending. He reaches out to seemingly Drew Iota, the powerful wizard in charge of this communication network that you guys have sort of established as part of this primary invasion. He speaks up. He goes, "Grand Enchanter, how are we doing?" And he seems to be on a private, you could call it a private line, as the response is unheard by the rest of your group. For anyone who's a bit closer to Cedric, you would be able to hear this conversation as well. Some of you would kind of look on, and you see that as he speaks, his young son, Nexus Aragon, who is accompanying your group, comes up behind him. Good. And what about... And it is around this moment that Nexus kind of, grabs at his cloak a little bit. Dad, you need a rest. Cedric stops and hesitates. I'm fine, son. If I'm not going to fight, I can at least help push orders to our forces. And it is around this moment that a couple of you are witness to this, and a couple of you even think about getting involved, but as you're about to maybe speak your mind or pursue involvement, Nexus quickly speaks up. Dad, please. I've learned the hard way as to what happens when you don't take care of yourself. How can we expect you to take care of us if you won't take care of yourself? And there's a moment of stark silence. A few of you would kind of notice, Diana especially, kind of in a moment, like, puts her hand up and, like, covers her mouth, like, oh, shit. Cedric turns to his son and, kneeling down, he plants his hand on his son's shoulder. With each passing day, you sound more and more like your mom. She would be proud of you. You're right. As he stands up again, he seems to reach back out to Drew. On second thought, Grand Enchanter, I think Exilia Regalia would appreciate the quiet for a bit. Kind of looking on to your group. It is around this time that all of you receive a voice in the back of your minds, one of Drew Iota. You would recognize the voice. Understood. Exilia Regalia, I'm disconnecting you for 1 hour. If anything comes up that requires your direct attention, I will let you know. And then this sort of like ambient, almost like, not quite radio static, but almost like ambient white noise that is occasionally broken up by the sounds of voices of the communication network. It fades, and you guys are stuck in, for the first time in quite a little while, in the 35 minutes that you've been here thus far, it is true silence in this chamber. And even then, that true silence is, on occasion, broken by the sounds of muffled fighting on the streets above. You guys get the benefit of a short rest. The minutes drag on. The seconds feel like minutes. The minutes feel like hours. You guys sit there for a while. You have a few bites to eat, perhaps, from maybe some of your rations. You catch your breath. You drink your water. You take stock of your supplies. You rejuvenate yourselves. You mend your wounds. You regain your spells, recovering your residual arcane magics. Your mana, if you will. And after some time, once you guys get up and ready to go, an hour has passed. That brings our current incursion time to 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 36 seconds, around the end of your short rest. You guys are very quickly briefed as to the circumstances on the ongoing assault around you. I'm going to copy all this. I'm going to drop this for you in the Paradigm correspondence chat, but I'm going to read it all out first. So don't feel like you have to take notes. I'm going to give this to you all because this is going to be a bit. I'm even going to have to break it up into several messages because it does the funny thing Discord does where it's too much to where it then decides to convert it into a text file.
Hate
Weird.
that shit.
Just because it's a lot. It's a lot of text. So I'm gonna drop each one of these for you individually. But progress of invasion forces during the first short rest is what's going to be in the correspondence. As far as your disruptors go, the cover of the ongoing battle has made for the perfect distraction for your saboteurs to sow an extra flavor of chaos in your favor. Most of the heavy armaments within the city walls have either been disabled or have been spread thin. The command structure has also been dealt a major blow following the attempts on the lives of the 3rd and 4th Arbiters. Those Arbiters, based on the dossiers you guys saw, you would know, would be the 3rd, Tyra Alacastra, a rather adept hexblade, known for being with a bit of a renown for being a bit of a sadist amongst the other Arbiters. And then the 4th Arbiter, Alexios Typendon, a very well-trained halberd user, seemingly a paladin in terms of class structure. One who is very quiet, but his words carry a lot of weight. Your disruptors sought to dispatch them, but both of them were able to escape, but suffered major injuries in the process. Taking advantage of hit-and-run tactics, the disruption team has dealt a major blow while suffering only minor injuries. That is therefore your group for the disruptors. In fact, I'm gonna put their name in bold just for y'all. And then I will share with y'all the handouts for the 3rd and 4th Arbiters. The 3rd, Tyra Alacastra. And then the 4th, Alexios Typendon. So those are presented for y'all. Those should now be in your handouts.
I'm sorry, but Alexios looks like a Dark Souls boss.
He does.
Do.
He absolutely does.
Reminds me of the Dark Souls 2 guy.
Oh, yeah.
The home team has kept a tight grip on the Enigma Gate, providing an escape for refugees to escape the ongoing battle and for the wounded to return to safety. Members of the Anima Sanctum have also managed to catch several spies who have attempted to breach the Enigma Gate. However, there are now reports of a force amassing under the command of the 7th and 9th Arbiters in an attempt to launch a counterattack on the Enigma Gate. The 7th and 9th Arbiters, the 7th being Cecilia Valentina, a wildly renowned spear user, one of the finest of her kind, and then the 9th being, rather than a flesh and blood person, but more of that of perhaps a golem or maybe a warforged, simply going under the name of Tybor. Very similar to someone that you're familiar with in Canthmore, currently leading the primary assault. Just this massive hammer-wielding, unstoppable, structure golem of just sheer dark iron. I will give these to you as well. I will pass you their handouts. The 7th Arbiter, Cecilia Valentina. and then the Ninth Arbiter, Tybor.
My reaction was muted, so I'm just gonna say this again. Ugh!
Those are once again now in your handouts.
Tybor. Where have I heard that name before?
Tell you who he reminds me of.
Does he remind you of?
Romeo and Juliet?
Hold on, let me
Didn't
find his-
we?
That's Tibble.
Didn't Corey Corbin and Amos face him before, like during the split attack?
That's a great question. Did you?
Notes. Okay, where are you? This is what I get for writing shit down on paper.
It's probably not worth looking into because I can't remember if I've heard this name from this game or not.
For the sake of moving things along, it is not a name that you guys have heard in this game before, and while the general makeup is similar to Skull's Hell Raider Zog that you're thinking
that's
of,
his name.
Joe, it is not the same individual. Unless, no. But that is your report as far as the home team goes. As far as the primary force goes, the Army Suppression Team, despite the initial surprise from the Central Spire Sniper, the primary attack force has been making steady progress, even going as far as to take the eastern quarter of the inner city, striking a massive blow to the overall force of Paradigm. Though it has been hard fought, enemy forces have been able to adapt well to the Allied strategies. On top of that, the Central Spire Sniper has had an uncanny ability at prioritizing Allied officers. It is now believed that they are working in tandem with someone on the ground, someone able to find and target Allied officers while remaining unseen. Or I guess I should say, find and relay information regarding Allied officers while remaining unseen. Early speculation believed it to be the work of Oz, but reports from other squads would strike down this theory. Together, they are slowly whittling down our command structure, your command structure. But the actions of Zaros and Kenthmore have kept morale high and our forces moving. The civilian team has been continuing the efforts to secure and evacuate the civilian population. These efforts have been going well. Following closely behind the primary force, the team led by Cassius and Jarilla has managed to secure and evacuate nearly half of the civilian population within Paradigm. With very few able-bodied fighters and mages that haven't already been conscripted into the Bloodguard, this has minimized any signs of rebellion within the civilian population. Hold on, I gotta copy it all again because I didn't get all of it. Bingus. Now with that, we move on to your smaller teams. You guys would know that your smaller teams at this point will have passed y'all in terms of your incursion. They've moved further on than where you guys have currently stopped for your break. Start with the Project Returnal Group. Being a larger force within the walls of Paradigm has certainly drawn the attention of enemy forces. With that, the Iron Covenant, led by Esmeralda and Fallen Ballweather, has managed to make its way into the labyrinth with little issue. Wounds suffered in battle have been easily mended, and resources have been used sparingly due to their tight cohesion. Did I say not sorry? God, I slapping my cheeks a little bit.
You're talking a lot. It's okay, dude.
Yeah. due to their tight cohesion. However, they have now caught the ire of Lucian Silverback, who has been organizing defensive tactics to start wearing down this inquisitorial force. The additional support from Nicholas has been instrumental to their progress thus far. So, in short, the most important part of that for them is that they've made it into the labyrinth. Your Orion team. In contrast, with forces being moved to deal with the Iron Covenant, it has allowed some of the smaller teams to slip by without issue. The Orion Deterrent team has managed to find their way into the labyrinth and even make it down to the lower levels. However, an encounter with Oz brought the team's progress to a momentary halt. Expecting this encounter, the team was able to counteract his movements and tactics and drive him back, as well as the fact that Oz ultimately was outnumbered. But not before he dealt a near-lethal strike to Rose. However, Oz's assault on Rose was predicted, and Reno was able to quickly mend her wounds the best that he could. There would be no time to rest, however, as the team grows ever closer to their objective, more motivated than ever. Much like the team composed of Reno, Rose, and Sindri, Sarah's infiltration on the prison wing of the Labyrinth has been fruitful. Sarah's expertise has kept the group out of most immediate conflicts. However, the prison is well guarded and must ultimately be cleared before the prisoners can be released. This is an ongoing process as of this moment. Oh god, hold on. I accidentally pasted, didn't copy. There we go. Thank you, undo button. You've saved my life more times than I can count. And then finally, your Bell team. While the Bell team may not mesh as well as some of the other squads, Theon and Alice's flexibility as casters has been beneficial to Garrett's unrelenting offense. The three of them have dealt major damage to the forces within the West Tower. If they keep up their current pace, they should soon be able to investigate the West Tower Bell without interference. Hi, Nug. I've posted each one of those in the Paradigm Correspondence chat for you all. But I realize that is a lot of information. So if you have any questions for me, or if you need me to clarify anything, I am able to do that in this moment. You simply need to speak up.
A quick question on the prison team.
Okay.
So it's an ongoing process. Are they currently halted and waiting for a greater force to assist them? Or are they doing this like Batman style and just picking off who they can from stealth?
They are in the process of clearing out the prison as of this moment. How they're doing that is information that hasn't been relayed to you.
Okay.
But they are not, as far as you can tell, they're not weighing on anyone else. They are in the process of completing their objective.
Understood. And also, it said that the Arbiters were, from the Disruptor team, were wounded, not taken out?
Correct. So in the handouts that I provided you on the 3rd and 4th Arbiter, they are labeled as wounded. If you go back to the 1st and 2nd Arbiter, who you guys have been defeated, they've been dispatched out of the picture, they are labeled as defeated. The 3rd and 4th Arbiter are simply labeled as wounded. They were able to escape the conflict with your Disruptor teams, but they are still in play.
Understood. I guess Guess that's it for me.
Anyone else? Going once? Going twice?
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, I've been trying to speak, but there's a lot of background noise happening. Lyra, can you please take that into the living room? I got nothing. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. With that, that is the updates you guys get from your corresponding forces as we come to the end of our short rest. With that, I'm going to move you guys back to the basement now. And I need you all to do me a favor. As we come to the end of our short rest, we are now going to re-roll our initiative. So I would like for everyone to go ahead and re-roll me their initiative. That's an 18 from Corvin. This will be the initiative going forward until either you guys make it to the end or until you take another short rest.
Okay.
So that's a 13
That has to be
from
the
Lily.
lowest initiative I've seen Lily roll.
Yeah, no
That's
shit.
a 20 for Flit.
I will take it.
20 from Ravon.
10.
Damn it!
20 from Flit, 20 from Rovan. Who
Sorry,
has
I
the
messed it up.
Who has the highest dex between you and Rovan, Flit?
I have
Flit.
3.
Flip by a mile.
And that will... Well, it's not by a mile. It's only one more than you, but one more modifier than you. Okay, so that puts
Roll
Flit
20.
at the start of initiative then. Rovan closely behind. Then Corvin, Lily, and Corey. I'm sure River is thankful that Lily is not first in initiative.
Yes.
I can't
am.
believe you took the elite feat, or the alert feat, and got that bonus to initiative, and then hated it the entire time you've had it.
Because I'm not really smart with fucking going first, apparently.
With that, let me now roll for Diana.
Roll 20 giveth and roll 20 taketh away.
Diana, initiative. 19 from Diana. In rare form. Now we'll put Alabastrum directly behind her. Oh wait, no, Alabastrum has to roll his own initiative. Hold on. So I'll do that next. Alabastrum, what is your initiative modifier, my friend? Alabastrum is just ahead of Lily at a 14. And then, of course, you have Cedric, who also has the alert feat. Okay.
Well, okay, still.
I will, for the
Okay.
sake of him being an NPC, I'm going to put him behind Flit, therefore behind Rovan.
No, it's fine. I don't mind.
No, I admittedly, for this, I don't want an NPC leading initiative for the sake of traversing.
Okay. That I understand.
So I'm just going to put him, not 2,720. I'm going to just put him at initiative 20. I'm going to put him directly behind y'all.
All right.
So, with that, you guys have access to the rest to the floor. You currently have not been disturbed in your short rest. You've heard the sounds of traversal in both directions, going past your group and up the stairs, up to the first floor, and then down onto this floor and seemingly deeper into the depths of Castle Dawnstone. But with that, you guys have a lot more information, and you are free to traverse as you see fit. starting at round 63. 1 hour, 36 minutes and 36 seconds into, 35 minutes and 36 seconds into your, no, I'm sorry. A minute goes by for the sake of you guys learning this information, and I know it would take more than a minute, but who cares, and re-rolling your initiative. So we are at 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 36 seconds.
I assume that this also includes us telling everyone else that we're back in the game.
Yes, correct. Everyone is aware that your group has re-entered the fray. We go up to round 64 as we cycle initiative one more time. Flit, you lead initiative. You lead the group as of this moment.
I'm gonna start by going for the door, and I'm gonna look on over to Corvin real quick. So you remember that thing that we figured out about there's probably guys with the invisible orbs that can see us?
Yes, would you want to detect magic on that then, going forward, or how would you like to do this?
We could do that. We could do. You've got a really high-end spell that lets you see things, right?
Yes, but I'd rather not really use it so frivolously.
I understand. The only reason I'd bring it up is because, as we heard, Oz is skulking about.
Yes, currently Oz's position is unknown since the encounter with Rose, Reno, and Sindri, but he is in play.
Okay, then who do you think should be the recipient of the spell?
That's a very good question, Mega Man.
Above game, I have like 3. I've got 3 people that I have in mind.
Who you got?
Well, thematically, Lily.
It's a good pick.
She did prepare. Above game, while you guys are having this conversation, Diana steps forward and goes, I figured we might run into a situation like this, so I went ahead and actually picked this up before we left home. And she is going to hold out a scroll of true seeing, the only one in her inventory.
Oh,
that
bless
solves
you.
a million issues.
Oh, you got one of those too?
Rufon, you've been holding out on us!
What?
Remember? I bought it.
No, I don't. Wait, above game, he would. Because of, Keymind. Fuck.
Hoisted by... Your argument is foiled by your own feats.
Yes.
Hoisted by your own petard.
So as far as I believe, there are, within this group, in case you want to take the save spell slots, which I recommend, there are 2 scrolls of true seeing amongst your group. One in Diana's possession, one in Ravon's possession.
So, here is my question then. The spell itself lasts about an hour, or does the scroll last about that long as well?
The scroll does as well.
Okay.
The scroll is just a base cast of true seeing. It's entirely the same. It's just in the scroll.
I am more than fine with this.
So, if you guys wanted to do that, if you wanted to go ahead and proc that, welcome to do it now.
I'm fine with whoever we put it on. I think Lily's probably the best bet for like an Oz deterrent. I don't know if this is going to cause perception checks, but if it does, me, Diana, or Corey would be an excellent pick.
Not to sway y'all one way or the other, but it should also be known that your 2 fighters in your group, Lily and Cedric, also have the alert feat.
Right, they can't be surprised.
I have an idea. Let's put it on Rovon. I think Rovan is currently the one who is the least geared for dealing with Oz if he pops up.
The only thing
Also-
I got theoretically would be Divine Sense.
Exactly. Also, let's be real. Rovan with True Seeing Up is like a 9-1 matchup in favor versus Oz.
Yeah. Agreed.
Hard to disagree, but I was just thinking more for like thematic purposes because Lily also has Divine Sense and also has like a fuck ton of smites.
I'm okay with either option. I'm just saying either paladin, good pick.
We need a special prescription for these special eyes. It can't be any brand. It needs to be my brand.
You could also,
willing-
if you're thinking, you're just kind of debating on who to give it to, it should also be known that Flit and Rovan lead initiative.
I'm leaning more towards Rovan.
I'm okay with Revlon. I just wanted to make my argument known.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. Then, in that case, Diana will use her scroll of true seeing on Rovan. Rovan, you now have
Yes!
you now have true
Big guy
sight.
gets the high beams.
Yeah. You do see, as the spell is cast, now Rovan's eyes glow, not glow, but they, despite instead of their normal color, become this almost like shimmering, like off-white color. Not quite the same as like his sclera's, but almost like if you take a piece of paper and put it up against a white wall, like you can see the difference in the color.
Oh god, Ravon's eyes just got white balanced.
Yep.
Hold on.
Eh,
I'm trying to find a good token for this. I guess I'll use the bleeding eye, but that makes it seem like something bad has happened to him.
I can see everything! Oh, hey, I can see the game.
So, Rovan, in this moment, I need you to mark on your sheet the time 2:36:36. 2 hours, 36 seconds, 36 minutes, 2 hours, 36 minutes, 36 seconds. Once we have reached that time in the incursion, your true seeing will fade.
Alright, so let me make sure this is correct. So, True Seeing, 2 hours, 36 minutes, 36 seconds. Okay.
not concentration.
Not concentration.
Woo!
Alright, gamers. With that,
I think Flit will open the door and walk out.
okay. Flit, you open the door. The scene before you is pretty much the same as how you left it. You can see there has been some shuffling. Some of the bodies down here have moved from where you originally placed them, but you gather it's less someone coming in here to clean up and more people moving through this area.
Understood.
But aside from that ambient white noise you're hearing in the back of your own mind, it's quiet down here.
I'll make my way to the edge of the carnage.
Okay. Anything else you would like to do?
General perception check, I guess.
Okay. Perception. Anything in particular you're looking for?
Mostly a hearing check to see if, like, there's any scuffling behind those doors from earlier.
Did we kill that guy?
This guy got medicine to death.
Yeah. You guys did kill him.
Yes. Flit
Did we
committed a
already check
murder.
him for money or a map or just anything and keys, anything?
I want to say you guys actually did check him, but maybe I'm misremembering.
We checked this guy, his commander, who would likely
That's
have
right,
that stuff.
That's right. That's right. We checked the commanders. Grunts don't have much.
Yeah, this guy was that dickhead scout that you guys encountered. Aside from his weaponry and 5 gold to his name, he doesn't have much on him. Much that would be overall really beneficial to your group.
Uh, 26 on perception, by the way.
You take a moment, you kind of come up almost to the corner, you take a good listen around. You seem to be in the clear for the moment.
Out of curiosity, do I hear the kennels barking?
You don't.
That will be my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Rovan.
Gonna follow Blitz. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Would I be seeing anything right now?
In this moment, no. I actually need to, hold on. I need to double check, make sure your vision is set correctly. Okay, it is. Continue.
Okay. And I'll move forward. I think I got like 10 more feet.
Right there, Rovan. You remember in this chamber before where you guys had kind of come up to this crossway here, this intersection here, and you remember your encounter with the spectral dragon. As you kind of take a moment and you look around, down to the south, you see up, almost like right where the wall meets the ceiling, you see a fluctuating purple orb similar to that in the shape of an eye.
Oh yeah. Ravan's gonna point at that and go, "Flip, I see an eye."
Get rid of it.
Copy. 4 shots of Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Alright. Eldritch Blast. I was gonna bite this some shit. Alright, here we go. I'll just roll the 4 attacks. 2, 3, 4.
Go ahead and roll your damage. Go ahead and I need to double check the AC on this scrying eye. Hold on. Go ahead and roll your damage for all of them.
Oh, okay. First one is...
Its real defense comes from the idea of it not being seen. From your
Got it.
first shot, you send out a cascade of shots, but the moment that that first one hits it, it tears out a chunk. It shatters a chunk, similar like if you were to take like a pickaxe to like a block of quartz. It just chunks out the scrying eye, and Flit, you kind of peeking around the corner now, you see it become visible as this almost like it's a orb of almost like pure amethyst. It just toom, 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 and it shatters a bit, cracks and shatters a bit more as it falls to the ground. It has been disabled. For the sake of this, I'm going to put a red X over it. Can't really die, but has been disabled.
And at this point, some stupid goblin on the other side of the stupid sanctum saw me, comes out, and ambushes me and gets me an initiative, completely ruining my stealth run, trying to kill Minthara and all the other guys. I hate those things. They always peek out.
I was wondering where you were going with this.
Jesus. Well, it's one down. Unknown amounts left to go. And he'll take his final 10 steps. 10 feet of movement to look around here.
As you stand there, you take a peek around. You see nothing.
Seems like only one right now.
Alright. Keep your eyes peeled.
You got it. Also, this feels so weird. I can see so much shit.
Having true seeing, you are able to see into the ethereal plane. And the ethereal is always very strange to look at.
Do I see dead people?
You see a lot of dead people.
Ugh.
Like, definitely above average for a major city.
Levon's kind of... He's not, like, too shaken, but he's kind of, like, taking it in, going... And in Giant, he'll go... By the Titans, that's a lot of fucking dead people.
You are almost like parsing a sea of people, almost like you're involved in the thick crowd, but they don't touch you. You don't feel them. They move through you. And Ravon, as you're kind of realizing this, as you're looking forward, you see that there is this general, almost like miasma about the air around you. Something that, from your previous encounters with a certain dragon, seems very familiar to you.
Oh.
Whereas the dragon before, it would seem to coalesce this miasma into a form. It's almost now like you're within like a thick fog of the same material, the same phenomenon. You can see it just fine, but it is very weird to look at.
Yeah, at that point, there's gonna be a little bit of a chill running up his spine, and he'll just go look at Flip. He'll not look at Flip, but he'll talk to Flip, going, "You know, I'm kinda glad none of you are able to see what I'm seeing, because holy shit, that's a lot of dead people."
Corey just makes a grimace.
Flit looks down at the ocean of bodies in front of her. I guess that lines up.
War
Anyways,
never
let's wait for
changes.
this.
Shut up.
Thank you, Ron.
That's a lot.
Fucking Fallout 4 head ass.
That's my favorite. It was my first. I'm sorry.
Fallout 4 head ass.
You're gonna
That's
come-
actually a good one.
We're gonna
That's a
come
good
to
one.
Cedric, who is going to move out here. I believe he only has the 30 feet. He does. He will, since you guys seem to be in the clear, he will use his action to dash. He's gonna just come straight down here. That brings us to Diana, who is going to do the same, except she has a bit more movement. She is going to come up here next to Cedric, and she'll stop there. That brings us to Corvin.
Just trying to take everything in that Ravon just said and just kind of begin to follow. So what was that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Will dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Will dash towards there, mostly because he would not know what where to go next. I assume south, right?
You do know that you are heading cardinal direction, southeast. So
Southeast.
You're heading somewhere down to the bottom right corner of the map.
Okay, then
Somewhere down this way.
extra 10 feet then. And then that should be turned.
Okay. Brings us to Alabastrom. Alabastrom is going to slink through the door as he does. And Using all his movement with dash, he's going to come up here next to y'all. Brings us to Lily.
Okay. I really need to fix my push to talk button.
That's okay, friend.
I put it back on my, I had to uninstall my software for my mouse, so now my push to talk button got.
Oh no!
And it's gonna keep backing me out if I'm tapped in my game. Fighting me. Love my technical difficulties. And I'll use my action to dash.
Okay.
I guess I get there and just gonna kind of keep an eye on everyone.
Okay. That brings us to Corey. End of the round.
Or is left in the damn dark.
You're in the dark. Can you not perceive? You have night vision.
I can't see past that room. That's okay.
Can't see past that room.
Click on the door icon to open it.
Hold on. How about now?
Oh no, I could see like the little arch. I could see the dead body. That was it. Yeah.
Oh, just didn't see the full major room.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, I did look over my other screen where the stream is.
Nodders, but you can see now. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Punk watching the stream. What a fan. Huge fan.
Not the number one fan though.
No, that honor is reserved for Zymosite and only Zymosite.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
Zy,
it is.
via my Twitch recap, was labeled as my number one fan.
I love it. I guess that's where I'll stop because I don't have any more movement and I'm not standing on dead bodies.
You can dash if you want to do more movement with your action. That's what everyone else has been doing for the most part. There you go.
That's 55. I have 25 more feet, but I don't know where we're going.
You're going south, down where, roughly around where Corvin is. So if you want, you can stop here, or you can even stop here or here. That works too.
90. There you go.
As you round the corner, Corey, you do see down at the end of what is admittedly not a super long hall, what appears to be a set of double doors lit by two sconces on one on each side. One lies beyond the door. You don't know, but you can hazard a guess. With that, come up to the top of the round. Round 65. Another minute goes by. We are now at 137.36. That brings us to Flit.
Was mapping out. So I'm gonna get to here, and I'm going to. Actually, no. Well, yes. So I'll use my action to dash. I still got 20 feet of movement. Yes. And I'm gonna get to here. I'd like to see if I can roll a perception check to either notice anything on the door or notice anything on the other side.
Perception check.
It's a 30.
You take a close listen to the door. You hear nothing on the other side.
She will open the door.
As you open the door, you are met with a set of double stairs descending down.
Let's just kind of look back to Corey and just kind of like wave in. Step inside.
Flit has now found your group's way down into the crypt. Unless you guys have any other business you want to do on this floor, if you wish, I can gather you all up now and I can send you straight down if that works for y'all, instead of each of you having to make the individual movements there.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Okay, I'm going to move Corey and Lily over there then. I'm going to move Cedric, Diana, and El Basham. I just need confirmation from Rovan and Corvin that you guys don't have any other business here. If you do, you're welcome to do it before you guys descend down.
Nah, I'm good.
I forgot I was muted. Yeah, I'm okay with what's going down.
Okay. Just making notes on my end. Okay. We'll move y'all here. Bazingus. Bazoingo. Diana will take this opportune time to close the door behind you guys. And once your group kind of takes a breath, takes a moment, and then you begin to descend down into the crypt. The stairwell down into the crypt is dimly lit. Let me change your music. Hold on. I need some stuff here. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
You know what? Unspoken upside of coming in second, following all the other waves. You don't need to worry about stealth anymore, I think.
That'd be up to your group.
I imagine that anything laying in wait probably was already triggered by the small army that went through.
You know I want one.
I don't know. Like I still have a thought of stealth could be an option in certain situations. It just depends on like what's in front of us. Even though yes, we have a big ass lion with us. Thor agrees.
A lion that barks. I don't know why.
Man, the Kenos really echo out here.
I swear to God, I unmute myself and then he starts barking again. What the fuck?
He can sense it.
Round
That's
of
what you get.
initiative cycles as you all meet up here and then begin to descend. As you all descend, another round goes by. Another minute. Though, as you guys begin to descend, as you get roughly halfway down, and it's a bit of a descent, longer than you would expect it to be. It's a dimly lit stairwell, well maintained, sconces about every few feet, a bit more distant than you would like. It is a possible hazard. Somebody who's not paying attention could and doesn't have dark vision possibly could trip on the brief moments between the individual sources of light. But you guys continue down. As you guys get roughly halfway down, your minds are bombarded with what sounds like a message from Cassius, from the civilian team. All teams, we're taking artillery fire from the west. God damn it! They're targeting their own people! We need support! Canthmore immediately responds back. I'm coming back! Cassius, in turn. Negative. This is likely a strategy to get you to fall back. You need to keep pushing. Amos then seems to interject. This is Amos. I've got eyes on. Moving to disable that artillery. Hang in there, civilian team. As at 1:39:09, the civilian team comes under fire by artillery. You guys continue downward. Bit of a dark moment left in your minds as you continue on. As you make it down to the crypt, your feet touch the landing, and those of you who would be in front, primarily Rovan and Flit, your eyes would immediately see to your immediate left another hallway that empties out into what seems to be a much larger chamber. But that is not where your immediate attention is drawn. Your immediate attention is drawn by, as your feet hit landing, you immediately lock eyes onto what appear to be two robed individuals with staffs standing around a very small enclosed tomb. For those of you looking for where your tokens are, you are going to be in the top left. I'm gonna have to add everyone back to initiative, so give me just a moment. Well, I gotta remove Rowan. Rowan, don't panic. Wow, actually, you know what? Funny enough, this almost worked out perfectly in terms of your placement as well as your initiative order. For the most part, your people who are higher in initiative are further to your right, with the exception of a couple of you. I just think that's kind of funny.
Huh.
Let me just make sure I've got this moment. So, Flit, Rovan. Then we have Cedric. Then we have Diana. We have Corvin. Then we have Alabastrum. Then Lily. Then Corey. Oops. Oops. There we go. And let me do that. You guys should be good now as far as your initiative goes. But continuing where I left off, your group immediately kind of takes a huddle to try to remain out of sight from these two individuals who are a bit down the ways. You see that one of them has just finished conjuring a glyph onto what appears to be a door to this tomb in front of him. The one next to him, the one who is not actively doing anything, turns to him and does, "Well done, acolytes. We're making good progress." The one who finishes conjuring the glyph turns back and goes, "Thank you. I feel that it is my duty to provide where I can. If I may, Enchanter, the Sixth Arbiter, I've heard that he's apparently orchestrating, a ritual down here?" The other individual standing next to him looks to him and goes, "That is what I've heard, yes, though as to its purpose, only an ordained few have been informed. But that is not our purpose here. Our purpose is to reconnect with the others and finish their business here."
Hey, Tark.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Am I able to see the, like from where I'm sitting here? I'm sitting. Is there a way for me to notice the glyph that they put down?
You notice the casting of the glyph, but it is placed on a wall, or it is placed on a door that is some distance away and skewed, so it would be 180 degree or 90 degrees in terms of your point of vision. You're not going to be able to identify what it is from that moment, but
Okay.
with you having seen a glyph being cast, you can, if you go up to it, identify perhaps what the glyph does as to what its nature is, but you would need to go up to it first.
Okay. This is a silly question. I wouldn't be able. They didn't use any components or anything to cast this, right? That I saw, at least.
Verbal and somatic components, but no material components as far as you're
Okay.
able to tell. Well, actually, hold on.
Alrighty.
Let me double check something. I say that, but I want to confirm that I'm not making anything up.
I mean, I believe you.
Okay. There is a material component, as the individual seems to have some sort of material in his hand, but from this distance, you're not quite to identify what it is. But you do see that there is a bit of a flicker of ambient magic as something is consumed in his palm as the glyph goes up.
All right, I know what I'm doing when it comes to my turn now.
But in this moment, they don't seem to notice you, as they both seem to turn and descend deeper into the chamber, out of sight. If you guys wish, you could take a moment to talk amongst yourselves, but know that that will contribute to the round counter here. Your incursion time.
I don't like that ritual.
I don't like the glyphs that they're putting up.
Investigate?
May as well. Time's of the essence and all.
Yeah, so point of clarity, just because, again, it was a lot. So from what they were saying, aside from putting this glyph on this door, which, for your reference, was this one, this third one on your right, they have mistakenly informed y'all that the sixth arbiter, who you all would know, Corvin, you specifically having memorized the dossiers down of the arbiters, you know that the sixth arbiter is a man by the name of Valentino de Ferenzi, a older cleric gentleman who, according to what they were saying just now, is conducting a ritual. He is another major religious figure as far as Paradigm goes. He is an arbiter, but he also spends a lot of his spare time is not the word I would use. A lot of his off time assisting the people of Paradigm, doing like charity organizations, nonprofits. Or nonprofit events. Performing sermons in the Grand Church here in Paradigm. He is where, unlike the other arbiters, he is very much a man of the people. But with that being said, we're back up at the top. Flit.
I think at this juncture, I'm going to use my action to cast the best spell in the game.
Pass without trace. Excellent. Okay. I will have, so since we're in initiative order, what I'll have everyone do is that when it gets to your turn, I'll have you roll your stealth check and then proceed forward. I also just realized I need to put a couple icons on some tokens here. So I need warding bond for Corey and Diana, which is Where's? I actually lost it. A moment. Okay, well, let me do the other thing then first. Rovan's true seeing, which should be noted at this moment. Rovan, you just peering around, and we'll get to this. You'll know this when it gets to your turn. As you peer around, you don't see anything of note that true seeing would reveal. I cannot find my warding bond token.
Copy.
What in the fuck? Okay, I'll just do this for now. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. It's fine. I am not mad. I am not upset. Oh, I found it.
That really means you're not upset.
Yeah, I don't know why that was so hard for me to find. Jesus Christ. I, no shit, looked through that list like 4 times. Couldn't fucking find it. But, Flit, go ahead and roll your stealth check if you are attempting to stealth, and proceed forward as you may.
That's a 32.
32. Excellent. Proceed forward.
I have enough movement to just... Well, I guess I also got a little bit more. She can make it to here.
Flit, as you move along, you notice that this very much is the crypt. There are pretty much everywhere you look, there are singular 5x5 tombs that go almost like similar, like structured like columns, almost similarly to like mini mausoleums inside these columns, each with a door that just go from the floor to the ceiling.
Don't like that.
As you kind of peruse around these tombs, your view is very much obstructed by basically everywhere that you look. You remember from your initial looking at the floor plans for this place that they are set up in a grid pattern. So it's a tomb, a space for that a tomb would be, another tomb. So 5 feet a tomb, 5 feet empty, 5 feet a tomb, if that makes sense. They're in rows.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes difficult to really get a long sight line anywhere in this chamber, but you do note the entirety of this place down here is lit with torches.
Flit, not wanting to break stealth, takes note of all this, as well as the torches and the concerning columns, and ends her turn.
Okay. That brings us to Rovan. Rovan,
Alright.
go ahead and roll me your stealth check if you're attempting to do so.
Will do. Stealth check.
Also, if you click on your token and you notice that you now have a red symbol with a number, that is simply in your red circle you'll notice a number. I'm tracking your stealth checks on your tokens.
Neat. That would be an 18.
Tokens. 18. Okay. Proceed as you may. I find that's easier to do it that way instead of having to scroll back up and look at yourself.
It's pretty useful, yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone else's token movement slow?
No?
Not really.
It's moving slow for me.
Do you have hardware acceleration on?
I shouldn't.
If you don't, I recommend turning it on.
Okay, let me double check. That's just in what settings?
Depends on what browser you're using.
Chrome.
Yes, go into Chrome, go into your settings, search, I believe it's now graphics acceleration, turn it on. Unfortunately, your browsers don't really like it all that much when you, sometimes it's fine, but other times it doesn't like, the dynamic lighting.
Graphics acceleration. Oh, it is on. Yeah.
It is on. Okay.
That's weird.
We also
Oh, well,
admittedly aren't in jump gate, so it will be slower than what you've probably seen the past couple weeks.
It's all good. So that was 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I do plan on moving us to jump gate, though, possibly. Once I investigate into that.
Yeah. Do I see anything so far with True Seeing?
You do not. I will let you know that unless you make an active perception check to look for something, if there is something that should be picked up from your true seeing, I will let you know.
Alright. 40 feet. We still have 10 more. 45. 50.
Okay. Coming up there next to Flit. Hold on.
Yeah. Nothing. And that is turn.
Okay. Cedric will come up to here. He'll use his action to dash. And he'll come up to here. And he will, stopping at the door that those two enchanters were at, he'll stop and he'll kind of peek around the corner from where they went to. And he'll kind of... Oh, I forgot to roll a stealth check. Hold on. Let me do that first. Okay, not great. But he does have advantage because he does get the help action. Thank you, Nexus. Meaning it would be a flat roll, meaning it still succeed. But he'll kind of peek around the corner. And he'll kind of look back to you and Rovan Flit. He'll kind of nudge his head around the corner. They're close. Let's keep it down. Keep it tight.
Hey, Tart.
Hey, what's up?
Does anything happen with the glyph that Cedric's in front of?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Just double checking something here. Excellent. That brings us to Diana, who, again, stealth. Whoa. That's a solid 28 from Diana. Diana in fucking rare form today.
Diana came to play.
She did. She's going to use her action to dash, and she's going to come up just behind you, Flit. And that will bring us to Corvin. Now, Corvin, I know... Actually, you know what? Cedric's going to stop here. So that way... Because Corvin's going to want to investigate the thing. That way, Cedric is not in
40.
Corvin's way.
Moving the full 40 movement there. What? Could I see it from here or no? Or would there be just too many people in the way?
The glyph, once it was placed, it does dissipate out of sight. So you can't actively see it just by looking at the door, but you did see it placed, so you know there's one there.
Okay. Alright, then I will dash 15, 20, 25, 30. Right there.
As you do
Kinda
as you do come closer to the door, roughly within 10 feet, and you knowing that the glyph was placed on the door, you know what to look for, and you do see the faint inscribing of runes around the door.
Alright. Well, would it be like a bonus action to try to like get a read on those then, just to see what they're there for?
Yeah, we'll call it that. Sure. Make
Okay.
me... You're trying to discern the purpose, I presume?
Yes.
Make me an Arcana check.
25.
This is an arcane lock spell.
Oh, okay. Wait, judging from the dimensions... Hold up, I would have seen this.
Seen what?
I'm just trying to look at... I was looking around the like, the dimensions of everything, around, like, around the, pillar, like, where the door is. And with the arcane lock there and these two guys going in, where there is...
They did not go in, they went around. So they went this way and down here.
Oh, they went down this...
Yes.
Okay.
You can actually I believe you can actually see them right here still.
I can. I was just confirming that. Mostly confirming that in case there were two others.
Yes. They did not go in. They are descending further into the chamber, which, point of order, because of your keen mind feat and looking at the floor plans, you guys know that you are heading deeper into the chamber to the south. Once you hit the sort of grand opening, you're then going to head to the west. So you're heading ultimately southwest.
Ultimately southwest, okay.
That is where you know the your entrance into the labyrinth would be.
Alright. Knowing that there are two individuals there, Corbin will kind of like look towards Cedric, actually kind of everybody that's around, mimic like a lock with his hands, point towards the door, and then he'll point down towards the hallway towards the southwest here, and mention that, and just kind of just bring up two fingers and point towards that that direction.
Okay.
I got 10 feet of movement left. I'll just scrunch myself here and wait for the rest of the group.
Are you putting any pressure up on this door?
No.
Understood. Bring us to Albastrom. Albastrom is going to... Oh, also, Corbin, I needed your stealth check if you're attempting to stealth.
I was about to ask about that, actually.
Yeah.
25.
Understood. 25. Let me roll for Alabastrom here before I start his movement. That is nice and spicy. That is a 24 for Alabastrom.
Bastrom rolling up.
On a Tuesday.
Big kitty sneak.
He's
Big kitty doing some big steppies.
going to dash, and he's going to come all the way down here next to you, Corbin.
Thankfully, he is a cat, and therefore part water elemental.
Correct.
I'm just
Actually,
imagining him like crawling on his paws.
Okay, he does not get any bonus to stealth, but that would be amazing if he did. Alright. That is going to be him. He also can perceive down that corridor and see those two individuals here. That brings us to Lily. Lily, stealth check if you wish to be in stealth.
I do wish for the stealth.
Go for it, champ.
Why'd you have to call me champ?
Alright, go for it, idiot.
You know what? I'll take that over fucking champ.
As long as we have an understanding.
22.
Spicy.
That's plus 10, right?
Yep, so 32
So
for
32.
Lily. You matched Flit. Very well done.
What if they just get a little fuzzy to the gods?
Lily, proceed as you see fit. Proceed as you see fit.
40 will bring me there. And then I guess I'll use my action to move.
Also, it has been a few weeks, so I will mention it just one more time. Don't forget that your group has an additional 10 feet of movement from your bonus to Loba. From Loba.
Okay. Either way, I'd have to use my action to get to where everyone else is, so
Okay.
that will be my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Corey. Corey, stealth if you are joining stealth with the rest of your gang.
27.
27. Excellent. I believe that means the lowest of your group is 16 with Cedric. Understood. Continue on.
$45. Wait, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Anyway,
I trust you.
yeah.
Are you dashing to go any further? Or are you going to remain there?
Have we picked a door we're going through?
As far as you
Or are we going
know,
to the end of
you
the hall?
guys are going south, but you guys know that these doors are tubes, so you don't know if you're necessarily
Yeah,
going
we're not
in
opening
any
the
of them.
doors.
Yeah. Unless you guys want to, peruse, go do some window shopping. Who knows? Maybe some of these have goodies in them. You never know. You don't know who was buried down here.
I don't know where we're going. I don't know.
You guys are heading south.
She'll just hold guiding bolt ready in case anything goes awry.
Okay.
Awry.
Alright. We'll come back to our two gentlemen here in initiative, who briefly, at the very faint sound of scuffles behind him, will for a moment, turn his head and he'll look back. The acolyte who was the one who conjured the glyph will turn back. Everything all right?
Yes, I believe so.
As he does not see the fucking lion, as Alabaster is squished up behind the fucking.
The lion is splooting.
Yeah. Hold on. Can I actually sploot?
Or water elemental. What did I tell you?
Cats are water. Two of them will continue on forward. For those of you with a passive perception of 18 or higher, you begin to hear the faint sounds of conversation a bit down the way. For those with a passive of 18 or higher, roll me an active perception check to see if you can make out what is being said. So that would include Corey, Flit, I believe Lily, and I think Diana.
That's a 30.
Well done. Cedric, what's your passive? Oh, that's right. Cedric also has 18 perception, so sure. That's from Cedric. Not great. Diana. Nice.
Is it anyone with an 18 or is it just certain people?
Anyone with an 18 passive or higher, so this would include you.
23.
Flit, Corey, and Diana would hear a bit down the ways.
Are you finished? We need to meet with the others. I believe it is about to begin.
A third voice, one you don't recognize from the two you previously heard, goes,
Yes, Enchanter. I'm about finished, yeah. Good. Nice move.
and then you would hear the shuffling of footsteps again. As you listen further, the three of you begin to hear what ultimately sounds like chanting, or perhaps a congregation of people. That'd be for you three only. Further to the south.
Oh god, they're doing cult shit. No.
Oh my god, it's almost like that's what they do. It's almost like they're a cult. That's crazy.
Wait, but like what kind?
You're unsure
Okay,
as
we
to
know
the
the
moment.
I assume necromantic.
That would be a
Man,
safe
it can't
assumption.
just be the person who thinks that they're a god and screws everyone's wife. No, it can't be the easy kind. The demented hippie kind.
I'm gonna be honest with you, gamers. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
Don't matter.
There's hippie cults? What the fuck?
Why is everything Cult of the Lamb and not Burning Man?
Yeah.
As your
Okay, Cold
group,
Flame's adorable though. Sorry, continue.
as your group continues on forward. Hold on. Sorry, just making a note here. And I can't do two things at once because I have ADHD. Which is crazy because sometimes I can.
Felt.
Sometimes you can do many things at once. It just depends.
Yeah, it just depends on the moment. But as your group begins to move forward, your group is met with another missive from Grandmaster Orda, of all people.
The 7th and the 9th are moving on the Enigma Gate with forces in tow. We stand ready to defend it.
As it seems that the counterattack is beginning, or is about ready to begin. Back up to the top of the round. Flit. Let you know that you guys are heading south. Towards the chanting, it would seem.
Oh.
Flit, as you make it to about there, you see a little bit of distance away, around a couple of these corners, what appears to be a frustrated acolyte, not quite the same as the two individuals you saw before. His robes aren't quite nearly as fancy, but he seems to be flipping through what appears to be a book, probably a spell book, you would imagine, and is just becoming increasingly more frustrated. God damn it, why can't I? This ritual was supposed to work. Oh. 5 grams. 5 grams illweed, 3 grams nitrogen. Damn it. Okay. I'll have to try this again later. As he's kind of staring down at his spell book, he does not notice you.
A man's looking at the spell book like, why did they put this? Why didn't they put this in Outsis? I'm going to. I think I'm going to circle back over here. And I'm going to gesture to everyone else who can see me. I'm going to raise up my hand 1 and point over this direction. This direction. I heard it. I did not mean to click on that.
You accidentally bump the door and it opens up and you're presented with a standing coffin.
Eh.
Oops, sorry, sir. Shut the door again.
Occupied.
Yeah.
Skeleton just cricks its neck. You ever watch? Oh god, which Pirates of the Caribbean was that? The one with the ship that was balanced.
I can tell you, I already don't know.
It's fine. Anyway, he touched the thing, and then the skeleton just looked at him, and Barbossa just looked at Jack like, "Don't."
The only knowledge I
the
have
map.
on Pirates of the Caribbean is my best friend's fish, Jack Sparrow, who I killed when I was 10. Well, I didn't kill him, but he left him with me to pet sit, and then it died overnight.
I'll get.
Sorry, I'm getting a bit real here.
No, you remind me of my cousin. She called us crying one time when we were away for a cheer trip or whatever, and she's like, I think my fish had died. And she's like, I'm really sorry.
He went to Disney for the weekend, and he left his fish, his goldfish, Jack Sparrow, with me. And I was so, like, excited to take care of it. And then I woke up the next morning, and it was dead in the bowl. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like 10. I was
Oh, no.
heartbroken.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm learning a lot.
That's rough, dude.
I didn't feel bad when my cousin felt bad because, you know, she didn't know. She was terrified.
Anyways, sorry, Flip. What else are you
It's
doing?
murderer tart.
So you're pointing out this individual down here to your friends?
Yeah. Especially the paladins and martial fighters who would really love to get an ambush on this guy.
Yeah, so going to ping this guy a few more times if y'all want to look to the south. Roughly there. And I assume that will be your turn, Flip.
That is my turn.
Now, then we come to Rovan.
Good boy. Ravana kind of look and kind of mouth. Do we bum rush him or do we just ignore?
We don't really know what the ritual is supposed to be doing, but it can't be defeated by anything good.
Okay. We'll go down to where. Actually, yeah, Flit's down here. Yeah.
Flit is down there. Flit is right there.
Hi.
Ravana will look at Flit and go, what's the call? Like, hush hush.
She'll just look over and take him out. Quietly, if you can.
Take him out. Watch your heartbeat sensor.
Could be that. Omega 6 going dark.
Rovan, it should also
Yes.
be noted that the further and further you get into this chamber down here, the more and more souls you begin to see is condensing down in this place, and a lot of these souls seem distorted, corrupted almost.
Oh, yeah. That's a death sentence. You said down this way, correct, Flit?
Yeah.
Okay. That is... Alright.
So he is, I'll just let you know, he is behind here, behind this tomb.
Okay. Oh, I feel bad for this son of a bitch. Just gonna... Alright. Ravon's going for lethal.
Okay. You round the corner as he is still seemingly frustrated with the spell book, and he finally shuts it and looks up right as you take your swing on him. Go for it. Roll your attack with advantage.
Alright. Alrighty. Advantage Raikiri two-handed. $35.
Roll your damage.
19 slashing, 11 lightning, 7 radiant.
Right as he looks up at you, you're prepared. You are already prepared to swing on him. You, in just one clean cut, bring the blade straight across his throat, and he just begins to spray blood. He quickly brings his hands up to try to staunch the bleeding, but he just and collapses to the floor. Hold on.
Ravon will look back and signal to Flit with mouthing hostile down. No noticement.
As you did dispatch him in one strike, I will not make you re-roll your stealth. You technically broke your stealth, as there's no one around to detect you in this exact moment. We'll just say you're immediately back into stealth. You technically don't break it in this moment.
Copy.
You do, however, around this place, this spot that you stand, you do begin to hear further downwards what sounds like a congregation of sorts. You hear the assembling of masses. You hear what sounds like chanting. You're hearing what the group was hearing a bit further up, but more clearly now you're able to hear it this time, or at this juncture.
Okay. Is it a language I would know?
What languages do you speak?
I know Common, Giant, and Celestial.
Is not a language you speak.
Copy that.
If you want to identify it, I'll let you make me a history check.
Fuck it, shits and giggles. This will be a normal. Oh, 16!
It is a language you have heard. It is Abyssal.
Turning back and going, Flit, they're speaking Abyssal. Congregation of them. Get someone who knows it down here.
Above game, remind me, who speaks Abyssal?
Not me, says the bard.
I got the Circle of Comprehend Languages, but I don't speak it.
I think Diana picked it up?
Did she? Didn't she?
When
Or,
we weren't able to,
shit, I think Sarah
we weren't
knows
able to
it. Damn.
decipher the
She did not.
Abyssal for so long. Ah, damn it!
It's always primordial. We always confuse it with primordial.
Fuck.
Well, let me double check my reference sheet. Wow, yeah, none of you speak Abyssal. Damn, that sucks, I guess. But you do have the Helm of Comprehend Languages. So, once that becomes pertinent, you can use that should you choose.
Copy that. But that's all Ravon can do. Just basically inform. It's Abyssal. Bring someone who knows how to translate.
Okay. That brings us to Cedric, who is going to follow in your stead, Ravon. And he is going to come there, and he is going to remain. He does look down a bit of ways, and he kind of leans over to you.
I think I'm seeing the congregation you were mentioning. Further to the south. Looks like a good number of them. Let's be careful.
Yes, also, whatever they're doing, things are a lot worse. He's kind of scanning at some of these ghosts now. These spirits, and just go, the souls here are disturbed, corrupt.
Going to come to Diana. Diana is going to, same vein, is going to come down to here, just behind Cedric. And then we come to Corbin.
I be following suit. Just 5, 10, 15. Actually, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to remath this. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Oh my god, come on. There you go. 25. Let's go. Shit. Where to go? We're heading southwest, so
you're technically heading southwest. You're having to head south and then west. I know that's kind of
south
confusing.
then west. Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're good. Oh my god. This was 30 feet, I believe.
Yes.
Come around towards Corpsey McGee.
You see
Uh,
his spell book has fallen to the ground. He has a ritual dagger on his belt, and he is just... blood is just draining down his front from the strike that Rovan did. This man has left this mortal coil. Rovan can actually probably see his ghost at this moment. His spirit
Oh shit! What's this
ascending
ghost look
from
like?
his body, and then he's just he's descending down, and you just see him fucking flipping you off, just fuck you, motherfucker.
It's like, I was expecting that, or dang it!
You ever seen a
That's-
Simpsons
that's
movie?
No, he's doing
I'm
the.
just-
Go ahead.
I'm just imagining the goat is like the ghost itself is just like a split in half, like just like the whitest double bird you've ever seen.
Or like Terminator 2, but the middle finger instead of the thumbs up.
Just gets dragged into hell. I'm collecting that spell.
Dang it! I was only 2 days from initiation.
Sorry, I'm grabbing that spell book, by the way.
You're right on the spellbook. Understood.
Yeah.
It will take you some time to comb through it if you want to investigate it, but you are welcome to take it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a later thing.
Yeah.
Just grab it, stash it, forget about it probably.
Go
can't
ahead and
forget.
put Hellfire Assembly Acolyte spellbook into your inventory.
Cool.
Everyone say hi.
Hi,
I'm
Bon.
on.
Thank you, Bun. Bun is waving.
Hellfire,
Hello, Bon.
I love you.
Acolytes.
Oh, she's accosting the dog.
Book. Okay, so grabbing it would that cost an action, bonus action?
We'll say it's your free action to pick it up.
Okay. Because that was 40, I'll dash 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, hello.
As you begin to round the corner, you're also hearing the sounds of chanting of some congregation amassing before you. You do see a bit further on, it does begin to open a bit wider. You are seemingly coming to the sorry, Bun is showing me the child at this moment. I'm a little distracted. What was I saying? You're beginning to see where it's opening up a bit, and you're coming to the center plaza in quotes, of the crypt, the center chamber.
Okay.
You hear a couple of them go, "Hey, have you guys seen Damien?" No, I think he was working on his ritual before he came in. Huh.
Wide-eyed.
Was running late.
Tardiness is godliness, apparently. Looks back towards Ravon, does the talking motion with his hand, points behind, like juts a thumb behind him, and then will continue to go further over to this corner here, mostly to keep himself out of sight, out of mind.
Okay. Are you taking a moment to peek around the corner?
What was my stealth check again?
Your stealth was a
25. Yeah, let's risk it. I will.
Okay. Then I'm just going to move your token lightly as you peek around the corner, and you, much like before, you see a large congregation of individuals. Yeah. You see several of the a large number of the acolytes that you saw before, one similar to the one Rovan dispatched. It looks to be roughly about 15 in total, or 14 in total, minus one. You see what looks to be about 7 of those higher enchanters, those higher invokers, the ones that you saw when you first entered. And then towards the front, there's a small stairwell. It's about 3 stairs that goes up to a slightly higher elevation, where there is a another individual, and I'll make his token a bit bigger for you to see. With an open
One of the-
spellbook, a profound metal mask across his face, and he is the one chanting. His voice is echoing through the central chamber, and as he is echoing, you're seeing energy leak out from his spellbook and coursing through what appears to be a slumped armored corpse in a throne before him. Now, you, looking at this man, you know, or at least you gather that this is not the Sixth Arbiter, but to be sure of that, you'll need to either get closer or get him to face you. But that is what you get from
Okay.
peeking around.
Could I then... Would it be too much to double back and kind of like motion... I don't know how he'd do it. Like motion with his hands. Lots of dudes. Occulty stuff happening.
How
'Cause
much?
I think I have 10 feet. I got 10 feet of movement left, which should get me back to where I was.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Rovan would just see Corbin dip back into there, quietly dipping right back, quietly yet quickly dipping back, and just frantic look on his face, just pretty much saying, "That's a lot of dudes."
And I will say again, for anyone who's not in the immediate vicinity of this conversation between Rovan and Corvin, for the sake of this, you guys are getting all this information due to your mental connection.
Sweet.
We're gonna come to Alabastrum, the kitty, who, ironically enough, I just saw my kitty enter the room. Hi, Oates. Unfortunately, because Alabastrum is a large creature, he's having to awkwardly slink his way between the tombs here. He's basically at this moment traveling with disadvantage. So I'm going to, actually, for the sake of his movement, I'm going to actually make his token smaller. I'm going to put him here. And he's going to go 20 feet to here. It's going to kind of poke his head out. It's going to try to move a little more with his dash action. It's going to come to roughly about here. That will bring us to Lily.
Okay.
I just realized, Alabasham's currently sitting in darkness. He is here. Just out of sight from a few of you. But, Lily, proceed.
Okay. So 40 will put me there. God, these hallways make it so hard to figure out where you're going.
Correct.
I love it. This is great.
Thank
A great environmental challenge.
Thank you. I actually, CG, this layout may seem a bit similar to another crypt that we did in one campaign setting. Smile. I took inspiration from that one for this.
Great minds.
Yes.
But I think I'm gonna stay there.
You'll remain there. Okay. Brings us to Korai.
Looking at the stream again so I can see, because we're just alone in a dark hall. Where is everyone? There's only dead bodies around.
Guys, I'm
Cora, you got to turn on the high beams.
What?
Big stealth!
He just turns around and blinds the shit out of her. What?
Why are you
God,
driving
turn
a
around!
BM?
Close your eyes,
Oh
Ravine.
God, why are you driving a BMW?
Oh god, this whole cult is just made up of people who, like, half a mile away will see you coming down the road and will consciously not turn off their high beams.
Party, and I'm gonna hold a guiding bolt if anything goes sour.
They're BMW drivers meeting fucking Dodge
Stupid
Ram
damn halogen
drivers.
lights that are blue.
Don't get me
I
started
hate
on
those
that shit.
things. Hate those
They don't
things.
even have the decency to have the Mario Kart lights.
As you guys are gathering here once more, kind of gathering together again, you are hearing down the way the sounds of the chanting, and as you slowly move forward, it's slowly, gradually becoming more intense. A few of you who can make out just barely a small parts of the larger chamber a bit further on, you can see what appears to be a bright blue light beginning to swell on what would be the eastern side of the chamber ahead. Corbin, you having seen what resides before you, that's probably bad.
Just throws up the dreaded X on his with his hands, and the expression on his face is worrying.
Just a moment. Just making a note here. Okay, great. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Alright. That'll bring us back up to the top. Hey, nice.
Nice!
We did it, gamers.
Yeah!
On
finally!
episode 200? Whoa! Yo!
Hell yeah.
Alright, but that brings us back up to the top. Flip.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'd like to communicate. I'd like to go to Diana and go, can you cast silence at those guys?
Diana did not prepare silence today.
Ah, curses.
So no.
Waves.
An oversight on her part, but yes, you do have, I believe, 2 people actually who can cast it, because I think Rovan can do it too, can he?
Rovan?
Guess
Oh
what?
no, Rovan cast silence.
Rovan, do you have
Did you-
silence as a warlock spell?
As a warlock spell,
Or
I
just
do
on your spell list?
not.
Okay,
I do, however, have a scroll of silence.
understood. Okay, so yeah,
So-
you got Corvin who can cast it normally. Rovan has a scroll of it.
You want to know something funny?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The range on this sucker is 120 feet, and I don't need to see the point of where I can cast
Wait, are you
it.
serious? Hold on.
Yes.
Oh!
Holy shit, hold on, let me look at this.
So
Yeah,
on a point you choose within range, and I
Wow.
saw where they're fucking doing the ritual.
yeah, so
Wow.
even more so. So if it was anyone but you,
Yep.
I would
Yep,
have
yep.
you make a check to see if you can properly land the spell where you want it to be. But you get a benefit from a lovely little feat called the Keen Mind spell.
Keen mind is good. Don't sleep
You're
on
able
it,
to
gamers.
do the mental math because you're remembering what you just fucking saw, and you are able to discern where you need to place that spell if that is what you are looking to do.
I fucking love Keen mind, you guys.
It's real good. Hey, dude, I didn't take it for my bard, but our cleric did. Yeah, it's saved our ass more than once. Hold on. I'm just doing a little math in my head. Give me a second.
I'm gonna take the opportunity to move forward then. And I'm just doing some 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm trying to math myself out so that I have a line, because I have seen these guys before.
Yeah, you're good. Hi, Nug. It's my dog.
Nugget.
Popper.
Boy!
I think this is my best angle. I do have an angle on them from here.
You do.
Tart,
Hey, what's up, buddy?
would you say, based on here, I can see these individuals?
You can.
Can I hold an action for something for when silence goes off?
Sure. What are you holding?
If it's alright with you, Tart, I'd like to be a little bit of a surprise, because I think you'll appreciate it.
Oh, I am so down. Understood.
I'm going to hold action for when silence goes up.
But I just at least let me know what action you're holding. I assume you're going to prepare a spell. You're holding a spell.
No,
No.
I am not.
What are you holding then, my friend?
I'm going to use an item.
You're going to use an item. Understood. Okay. That's all I need to know. I look forward to seeing what happens. Ravon, that brings us to you. Flit is holding an action.
Okay. Is there any way I'd be able to move up a little bit forward without interfering with anyone's line of sight or being spotted?
You can move. Well, being spotted will just be within their line of sight, and then their residual stealth versus your, or their passive perception versus your stealth roll being an 18. Sorry, I'm also watching Oats, currently stock nugget. It's very cute.
Aww.
As far as keeping out of eye line of your friends, that's going to ultimately be hard to do, but as long as you don't stop in front of someone and remain there, you should be good. So as far as like Flit goes, as long as you don't stop like here and just sit there, you should be fine.
Okay, so I could be.
You can pass in front of people without and block their line of sight for a moment, which is fine. It's stopping in front of someone that becomes a problem.
Okay, so if I were to be in this tile in front of Flit, I would be blocking their line of sight.
Yes and no. You'd be blocking part of her line of sight. This is where it gets a bit weird because Flit's looking at a diagonal angle. Flit is looking down the way at an angle. But you would, if she were to look down directly south, yes, you would be blocking her line of sight.
Okay, so if I were to go, say, right here, would I be alright?
That'd be fine, yeah.
Okay. Ravon will move up. Just a wee little bit.
Okay. Inching along. Understood. That brings us to
Nothing I
Cedric.
can do.
I'm sorry, was that it for you?
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing else I can do at this current moment. You're good.
Okay. Seeing as you guys are preparing, Cedric is going to use his action to dash, and he is actually going to come all the way down to here, and he's going to be readying himself for when things pop off. Cedric is currently still undetected. That brings us to Diana. Diana is also going to get into position. She is going to use her action to dash, and she's going to stop here. Then we come to Corvin. Corvin, as we come to your turn, your group receives a missive
Ooh.
from Rose.
Oh.
All teams, we've found the hive. Just in time to... You guys are about to owe us big time. And seemingly absentmindedly, it catches on to the end of the message, but she seems to not directly be speaking into your, like, directed at your group. She seems to be directing this to the people immediately around her, so Reno and Sindri. You hear at the very end, "Here they come!"
Ooh. Oh boy.
As
Good luck to them.
the Orient deterrent team has found the Orient Hive.
Okay.
Hey, I can't tell you how close they cut that shit. Above game. Those motherfuckers were literally less than a minute away from spilling out and heading up towards the surface.
Oh,
When I tell
God.
you they cut that shit close, I mean, like, razor thin.
Oh lord.
That
And honestly,
is puckering.
a big part of that was due to the short rest you guys took, because I do their progress differently for the short rest as opposed to how they do it normally.
Huh. Noted.
So,
Oh.
with that being said,
Okay.
Corbin, is your turn.
So, Corbin's going to cast the spell at his current position, but I'm moving the token a little bit to where I can see it.
Yeah.
So that way I don't have to worry about it.
Sounds like
Make
we
sure
are
I get
about to begin initiative proper, so I need to just adjust that as we come. As we get
15,
to our
20.
time.
There. Yeah, dropping a silence right there.
Right there?
So Corvin is targeting the guy currently doing the ritual.
Okay.
But don't
That's
worry, Flit. This is still gonna this is still gonna matter for you.
That's my apologies. I thought that's what the plan was, to interrupt the ritual.
Well, no, that is the idea. That is a
Okay.
good idea. And ultimately, it wouldn't affect this anyways. It's more a question because I did not see the full picture. I just see these guys around here.
Mhm.
But
You
I
can
think
drop
I'm still
your
going to be...
thing, Joe.
Oh, I already set it to linger. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, you're good. I'm just letting you know that you can drop it now because I've put the ring around. Yeah, so quick clarification. This is a ritual, but you are unsure as of this moment if this is the 6th Arbiter's ritual. That is what you are
Yes.
still determining.
Yes.
But, Corbin, you peek around the corner. I assuming you're not remaining there, you're dipping back, right?
So that I only
you're
moved
doing
there.
it from... Yeah, that's right.
I'm doing it from my current position because it's a spot that I choose and I remember exactly where it would be.
Okay. How do you signal to Flit as your silence goes up?
I'm sure she would see the somatic and verbal component to it, but like once he's done, he'll look towards her, give her a thumbs up as he's going to kind of go a little bit, kind of go back to that same pillar that he was in the previous round, and continue the stealth,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Since
Technically the stealth would have been broken with the casting.
Stealth, unfortunately, due to the circumstance of this, we are about to enter combat. There is going to be a surprise round, but ultimately you guys are going to be breaking stealth for this.
Okay, that's completely fine. I'll just... it doesn't change what I wanted to do much anyway, so I'm just going to hang out here.
I am going to take your stealth rolls into account in terms of immediate aggro, because ultimately it is hard to detect you guys, even with stealth being broken. So it will still matter, you attempting to hide. But your silence goes up. Flit, your held action goes off. What are you doing, my friend? I am so excited.
Allow me to spin you a little bit of a yarn.
I love yarn!
Don't eat yarn.
Don't eat yarn.
The year is 2005. And we have just gone through. We have just gone through a basement full of invisible monsters, a sewer area, perhaps.
I know where he's going with this.
And we got up to the other side. We find ourselves on a balcony, overlooking a bunch of chanting cultists. And Flit looks into her hand and sees a Nova Bomb. And she takes it and she hucks it into the group of Los Illuminados below her.
Los Illuminados.
You already have inspiration, but honestly, at this moment, I don't care. I've been debating
Guidance!
this rule anyway. Take an additional inspiration for the Resident Evil 4 reference.
I never thought Flit would be a war criminal.
I was going to implement stacking inspiration into campaign 2, but for this moment, I'm going to implement it now because I love it. Okay.
I just saw the connection and a light bulb went off. It's like, oh, we both know of this joy, this particular joy.
Funny enough, I didn't think about that when putting this scene together, but you are so fucking right. Okay, what is the range on the Nova Bomb again?
The range is, I believe, just a 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
Let me just find to confirm.
Oh, these poor bastards.
They're dead.
So for reference, if it's 10 feet or more, all of them are getting caught in this.
Excellent.
All 15 of these acolytes are getting caught in this.
Dear God.
This is a war crime. Flit is about to boost the shit out of her KD.
Woo! Violate the Geneva.
I mean, if I didn't violate the KD with that firestorm in the sewers before we came into Paradigm.
Rovan, please, you can't violate the Geneva against Nazis. Hey, don't quote that.
Hey,
Stand
FBI
not to
agent.
punch
He-
your friend's house.
He's joking,
Punch your
he's
local
joking.
Nazi.
Remember, it is always socially acceptable to punch a fucking Nazi.
I was
Yes.
drinking water, you dick.
Anyways, now that I'm probably on a government watch list.
Allow
Okay,
me
I've
to
been
roll
on
some.
one. I've been on one
Allow
for
me
the
to roll
heinous shit I've said.
Sorry.
Roll some numbers.
Let me see some numbers. 10d6
Numbers.
coming their way.
Yeah, so do they have a save on this at all? I believe it's a deck save, right?
It is a deck save.
Okay.
I don't know what the save is.
I'm
think-
gonna say like 15, 16.
I want to say it's 15.
Yeah, I think it was 15.
I'm gonna roll this with disadvantage because they don't know this is coming. I rolled 1 for the entire group. If it was, if it had been the straight roll, they would have passed. The disadvantage made them fail by 1.
That's
That
hilarious.
is how much damage?
That is 38 fire damage.
Much like that specific portrait you painted for us from Resident Evil 4, cult classic Resident Evil 4, pun intended.
Cult.
Good old Flit S. Kennedy tosses down the firebomb, and it blows up, sending these cultists scattering, burning alive, and none of them get back up. Congrats, you've committed a war crime. I don't feel the need to spread them out, but I will. Because it's funny.
Oh, Squid, don't do that to Corvin.
In fact, you know what? Hold on.
Hey, squint out. Corvin's much more useful.
Bitch, don't.
There's two buttons, bitch dumpster and bitch let's go.
Thank you, punk. I love that fucking video so
I
much.
love
You
that
have no
stupid
idea.
video.
Hey, Rooster Teeth, back from the dead.
Ish.
Ish. Treat your people right. We'll see what you do, Rooster Teeth.
AKA Bernie. Look at him.
We're looking
I like
at
it.
you.
As they
Better
are
be a
sitting
food court.
scattering throughout the chamber. I need to check something. So it should also be noted that because the people in silence are deafened, while they are aware that something's happening because they can't hear themselves, they also don't hear what just happened behind them.
Oh.
So, with that being said, oh,
This is so good.
fucking
Such good shit.
Christ, I love y'all. All right. With that being said, I need to double check something, and then we're going to get into initiative. Where is my? There it is. Okay, great. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Oh, y'all are wonderful. I just want y'all to know this.
No.
Love you too, buddy.
Going to, you know what? Let's take it to the next step. Is it this one? Nope. Is it this one? No. Is it this one? Nope. Well, actually, hold on. That will work. It's from the same game. We enter combat. Corvin, you spend your action doing the silence, but you still have the rest of your turn. We are currently in the midst of a surprise round. The rest of this round is going to be a surprise round for your group. So, with that being said, they're going to be at initiative 0. They will get their proper initiatives rolled at the start of the next round. But, Corvin, it's currently your turn.
Unfortunately, because they're in silence, they can't hear me. So that's unfortunate for me. I'm gonna have to pass.
It should also be noted, Corvin, as you peek around that corner, as the
Yeah, I'll
silence
just
has
move.
gone up, the light that was emanating from the spellbook has ceased.
It's because I will actually move. I will actually move 5 feet down towards the spot here, just so I can get a good look at things. But unfortunately, because they're in silence, I can't use vicious mockery on them.
That's fine.
That is my turn.
Okay. Come to Alabastrum, who is going to boop, 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 boop. He's gonna have to dash, boop, boop. Blows up like a balloon. He's gonna stop his turn to here. He won't be able to attack, but he does make it to there within a range of a target. That brings us to Lily. For those of
Right.
you who
Go ahead.
need to figure out where you need to go, feel free to consult the stream.
Okay, so that's 40 for me.
You see a plethora of bodies from the war crime that Flint has committed. And then a number of robed goons standing off to your... What direction would that be? West. No, east. Your left. I feel like Lily would have to...
My left
would be
looking at the screen, or my left like facing the hall like I'm my token?
From your character's perspective.
So like I'm the token?
So you Punkyard Dog, your right, Kore's left. because Cora is
Thank
facing
you.
south.
Yes, so if I was a toad. Got you.
I feel like Cora would have to put up her fingers to.
No,
to
she
left
wouldn't.
row.
No, don't you insult me like that. My ex had to do that. Don't you
Do I
do
go
that.
east or west?
Weast?
All right, Lily, I
Time
see
before
you.
we-
Bonus action, Awoken Heart. You eat your power mushroom. Zoop, zoop, zoop.
And I'm gonna use her ability to do my one range throw
Okay,
and whack the one that's in front.
sure. This one you said?
You know, that's actually probably the safer one.
Okay, go for it. Nineteen will
19?
hit. Roll your damage. Woo!
That's max damage.
Spicy!
24 radiant.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Excellent. This man who hasn't quite processed what's going on suddenly takes, as he's kind of standing around, kind of looking upwards, kind of like seeing the shimmering magic above him. He suddenly takes a massive pulse of energy as a flying blade fucking sticks into his side, and there's this implosion of radiant energy right along the side of his ribcage on his left side, and he would scream. He does scream, but you can't hear him. He can't even hear it as he suddenly turns to face you, Lily.
He thinks he's screaming.
Oh, yeah, he thinks he's screaming. He is screaming. He just can't hear it. He screams, but no one can hear him scream. Is that your turn, Lily?
Yes, that is my turn.
That brings us to Corey. Oh, Nuggy's being got. Nuggy's being got.
Fluff.
He being scrunkled as we speak.
He is being scrunkled.
I'm
What you doing,
checking my
Corey?
inventory.
Oh no. I immediately know what she's going for.
Another!
Yep, there it is.
Oh. Grenade!
Sweet Jesus Christ.
Flit had the fire grenade. Corey has the shrapnel grenade.
Yeah.
The ice shrapnel grenade. Fire and ice! Split! High
Fucking-
Oh, okay,
nail bomb.
it was 16 on Flit's grenade, which is fine. But I presume there, Corey.
Oh, it's 20, so aim it further in, please.
Wait, 20. So, wait. Oh, I see. Like that?
I guess, but I would like to not get Alabaster if possible.
You could like wedge it between the acolyte and the summoner.
Like that?
Yeah!
Okay. That is a bit of distance. Let me just confirm.
Throw 'em.
Ah!
Ah!
That is 60 feet exactly. Well done.
Nice, nice. I didn't even measure, just eyeballing it. Hella.
Hella. Okay. Roll me 3d8. Couple dex saves on my end.
14.
14.
Piercing.
You are about to be mad.
They
'cause
passed.
They did pass.
7?
However, there's an unexpected side effect of this. And I'll get to that in a second. Let me do some math first. So, yeah, down to 7.
Oh, please tell me my grenade shredded the book. No,
That
that'd
would
be
be
too
funny.
easy. That would be funny.
That would be funny. That's not what it did, but I think you'll like what you just did. So, Corey, as your grenade goes out, as it explodes and sends this plethora of spines coursing throughout this room, as it leaves your hand, you feel a slight twinge in the back of your neck. Something, a familiar feeling of being seen in this chamber before. And you watch as it leaves your hand, you begin to see the coalescence and forming of what would be a spectral dragon before you. However, as the grenade goes off, a spine flies upwards towards the ceiling and embeds itself on something you couldn't originally see, and you watch as a scrying orb, now having been broken by your spines,
What?
appears and drops to the ground.
Good
Nice.
shit.
Thank God.
I will take that. Thank you, Tart.
Well done.
Thanks, God.
You're welcome. There is... I don't know. You wouldn't know that. You would know what I just said. You wouldn't know something else that we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Come to the end of the round. With that, I'm now going to roll proper initiative for these goons. So first, Summoner. Summoner with a 12 going right after Lily. If I can click his token, there we go. The Invokers with a 17 going after Corvin. However, it should be known that even though they are getting on initiative, they aren't still fully aware as to what's happening. They understand that they're under attack, but they haven't quite registered your group yet. Those of you in the central chamber, though, you do notice as initiative begins, what appears to be small stoned hands begin to start crawling on the walls, peeking around the corner as what appears to be a pair of gargoyles that have been mounted just out of your sight also enter initiative. Note, these gargoyles have a couple of spines embedded into their form. They will be out at the bottom of initiative with a solid 8. But, top of the round, Flit.
All right, let's get in on this. Where are the gargoyles?
The gargoyles are technically they are, as far as combat goes, they are out of sight, but they are here, and there's one here exactly on the other side.
Okay. Just need to check something. I literally can only hit one of these guys, so I'm gonna hit this guy.
Okay.
With a produce flame.
Use flame.
29
29 will hit. 17
For-
damage.
for 18 because of fire at end.
Excellent. He is still up, but he is hurting quite bad from the beating he's taken. He was the one that Lily hit a moment ago, so he was already pretty wounded from Lily's attack the exploding of the IED and now your produced flame, he is the worst off in this moment. It's pretty evident. Also, above game, not that you would know in game, but that is the one who placed the glyph up towards the north.
This man had real pride in the glyph he made. My day is going great.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Okay.
My day's going great, and now I'm on fire.
I do believe I'm on fire.
Cool. This is terrible.
Jesus.
That brings us to Ravon.
Okay.
Feeling the strike from Lily. This is a deep pain. Gets hit with fire from Flint. Oh, cool. It gets worse.
35, 40. Take that extra 10 thanks to the thing. 45. 50. Can't reach them with the old pokey poke. So, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I'll go 2 on him.
Oh no.
2 on him.
Okay, go for it.
Okie artichoke.
You weren't named, but this may be your last day after like
20 land.
21.
20.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage for those two first, if that's okay.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
No, you're good.
I'll hold off on the 18 then. First one. Let me just make sure I take this thing off so that way it doesn't have the thingy bobber.
Yeah.
Chat, $5.
7 lightning?
You
Considering
can
I'll choose
name
lightning
this
for the damage.
acolyte after your ex.
True.
7 lightning on that one, and the second one will be 8 lightning.
Excellent. At the second one, he is down.
Dope.
So, 18 for the third. Go ahead and roll the fourth as well.
Copy that. 26.
Both hit. Roll them.
Alright, this one will be 7 lightning. Final one. 5 lightning.
Okay.
Meh. Can't win them all.
Solid 12. Alrighty. That brings us to Cedric, if that's your turn, which I believe it is.
Oh yeah, that's everything I can do.
Understood. Brings us to Cedric, who's going to come here. You know what Cedric's going to do. First one with advantage, as you're all aware. It's going to come into this with the one-handed. The Greybringer. 27. For 13. And the other 3... Yeah, all those hit. Whew, what is that? That's 36,
lot.
I believe.
46.
Yeah.
46?
Yeah, 17 and 18 would equal 35.
Oh, you're so right. Excellent. So he comes around the corner and he just plunges his blade into this man's chest, and him, unprepared to defend himself, is immediately cast down to the ground where he proceeds to bleed out. Diana. Is going to come here. She... actually, hold on. She's gonna come here where she can actually see. She's gonna target this guy down here, and she's gonna do a good old sacred flame. Actually, she's gonna do a good old firebolt this go around. We're gonna make it nice and spicy. Yeah, I'll help.
Damn!
As a firebolt's nasty, bro. I love firebolt. It's 40-10 at y'all's level. Love cantrips, man. As kind of similar to what Flit does with the Produce Flame, where the Produce Flame kind of emerges where Flit summons it. This one, launches forward from Diana's hand as it collides with this man for a solid 17 damage. He is still up. It's going to be Diana's turn for now. We come to Corbin.
I had a funny thought, but it isn't going to do the damage that I wanted it to. So all I'm going to do is just shoot the guy at the head here.
Which guy?
The guy doing the ritual.
Oh, okay. The summoner.
Yeah, the summoner.
Now that he has turned around, well, actually, it's not his turn yet. He hasn't quite turned around yet, but please go for it.
Double checking
just real
range.
quick, yeah. You just check the range on that. Oop,
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
sorry. 70.
No, I did it too. I think I need to move up a bit more by like 10 feet.
Okay.
Because Ebony is a 60 feet maximum, right?
Go ahead and just like roll the attack, and we just won't count it if you need to move. Like I'll save the roll for if you move, but I know you're going to attack with it, so like, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get you. Doesn't matter.
Okay, we didn't have a range on there. That's fine. Yes, I believe it's 60. Anything further than 60 invokes the disadvantage.
Yeah, so 10 movement here, action, fire, and then I miss.
You try not to hit your
5.
friends in the event, end up shooting a bit wide. It should be noted,
5, 7.
that shot echoes throughout this chamber.
I figured as much. That is my action. Bonus action. I don't have a lot I can do, so I'm just gonna pass.
Okay. Brings us to the invokers, the ones that remain. This one is going to come out to here. He's going to face the silence bubble. He's going to cast the spell magic. And you see as the radiant, or the radiating sort of shimmering of the magic for silence is dispelled. However, that is his action. Let's see. What other spells do you guys have? Okay, cool. That's what I thought. The other 4 are going to make their actions pretty simple for my sake, and they are all going to proc Spirit Guardians. So, red.
So, you said they dispelled it?
Yes, so this one came out and dispelled the silence.
Oh, okay. Do I? No. Nah, I'm not going to counterspell the dispel.
Okay. I'll let you know above game if you had another one would have immediately come out and dispelled it.
That's why I didn't want to do it.
Yeah. So with all 4 of those going up, I believe Cedric is. Why did I make them all the same color? This was a terrible mistake. Hold on. Let's get funky. Hold on. A little bit of a crazy light show here. We're having a bit of a rave down here now.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap your hands.
Clap your hands. So that puts Cedric within range of 3 of these. So I will do the 3 separate saves for Cedric. Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized y'all can't see these. Hold on. Let's see. You can see why I'm calling it a rave here. Hey, I immediately put these all up as red, and I was immediately like, oh, this was a terrible idea. Because I couldn't tell where the fuck anything was. Cedric's within 3 of those. 3 was This is it. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot. I need to roll these on his sheet. Do this one at a time. Okay, that's a save. That's another. Hell yes, my boy. Okay. So Cedric is going to take half damage from all of these. So, I'm going to make this easy, actually. 3d8. Wait, hold on. Let me confirm I'm doing this right. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, down to 4. Terrible. Down to 6, so at 10. Okay, so 16 total to Cedric. That's fucking insane. 98 and taking 16 damage. Fuck Christ. Alright. Alabastrum, though, is within the 3 of these as well. Alabastrum doesn't have the privilege of me rolling on the screen. That's fine. Alabastrum. What is your wisdom modifier? +2. 2 fails, 1 pass, which isn't bad. So this will be for the 2 fails. 3d8. 3d8. Ouch. Then the half. So down to 36. Diana's barely within one of those. I'm gonna say Diana has to roll at least for that one. Yeah, that tracks. 3d8 for Diana. Down to 8. So, Corey, you're going to take 4.
Hey.
And then Diana's going to take 4. And then, just because we're coming close to time, I'm just going to have them cast that and then end their turns there, as they are sort of forming this defensive pattern around the summoner. One of them actually calls out to the summoner, "Finish the ritual!" And we are going to go to Alabastrum, who is going to move here. New wisdom save for him. I believe that passes. Hold on. Yeah, actually double check. Does pass. Excellent. So 3d8. So that's 5 to Alabastrum, but now he gets to do the funny thing, and he's going to bite this guy. He's going to go.
Right.
That's a miss, unfortunately, from Alabastrum. But brings us to Lily. The summoner is on deck.
Okay.
You're on the edge of the first layer of Spirit Guardians.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see if it's... My brain's debating if it's worth it or not to use my cape.
I believe you used your cape already. Use it on the first level of the castle.
However, if I'm correct... I can't remember if I get it back on a short or long rest.
Unfortunately, is the next dawn. Sorry, friend.
Honestly, that's probably fair. It gives you D-Door without eating up an attunement slot. Hell yes.
No, that is fair. I just didn't have it properly set on my sheet, which is my bad.
That's okay.
Then I guess I'm gonna try to aim straight down with my ranged attack and go straight for the guy in the middle.
Sounds good. Roll it.
$18.
18 will hit. Roll damage.
$16 radiant.
That's a 21 on his con save. Spear Guardians does stay up, but that does hurt. Okay, is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Summoner is going to have to spend his action and his spell slots now to attempt to complete the ritual. So, let's see. Use of the ritual. Okay, so now it's a D100 roll. Now it's percentile dice. What are you aiming for, my man? Based on the stage we're at. Okay. The summoner now having to use his own residual magic instead of doing the ritual in a standard manner. He conjures up, coalesces one arcane that he can, and casts he casts a spell. It is ultimately, that's basically what he's doing. He's casting a spell, in quotes. As he completes this incantation in a language that you guys have identified to be abyssal, but you don't in this moment understand what he's saying, as there is a pulse, a flash of magic that empties out into this chamber. It blinds you all momentarily as you kind of have to cover your eyes for a second, and as the spellbook now lays there floating, you watch as the summoner drops, collapses.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Rovan, you, with your true seeing, to everyone else, it looks like maybe this man perhaps messed up his casting of whatever he was doing. But you watch now, you see in the ethereal the exact form of this man standing where he once did. As the body collapses, his spirit walks forward to the body sat at the throne and places its hand upon the corpse. And then it, like it's been grabbed and pulled in, becomes one with the corpse before you.
Would I be able to say this to anybody?
Unfortunately, it's not your turn. And it will become evident to everyone as the corpse before him begins to stand up rigidly like a puppet. Dense iron armor and a chipped but ultimately deadly blade at its side. As this now armored figure enters the fray. Don't have to roll initiative for this guy. He's going to take that same spot in initiative, but that does bring an end to his turn. We come to Kore. Kore, a new figure has risen and entered this battle. is your turn. What you thinking, friend?
Again?
Again?
I'm thinking again.
Oh, for the IED.
Another bomb.
Same spot?
No, different. I'll
Different?
draw it. It's still within range.
Okay, I will let you know, I don't think you can see that spot exactly. Based on your
Hold
line
on,
of
the
sight.
turn order things in my face.
You can do that. That would work. It does need to be... It can't be diagonal. It does need to be directly, like, cardinal directions. So it'll be more like this. But that will still hit everyone. Go ahead and roll me 3d8. I'm gonna roll some deck saves.
17.
The 2 gargoyles fail. The acolytes. What was the save again? It was 16. They just barely pass. So 17 brings it down to 8. And then as for the armored figure, the IED goes off and you see the shrapnel connect with it, but it just, like being stopped by a wall, just pings off of it. I'll let you know straight up. It does not do any damage to the armored figure. But I do now need to roll Constitution saving throws for all the invokers. That's a pass. That's a failure. Let me bring his down. Hope you guys didn't like pink. That's another failure. And that one is barely a pass. So 2 of them get knocked out. Is that your turn, Corey?
Yeah.
Okay. Brings us to the gargoyles, who... What's your movement speed again?
Me, 45.
No, the gargoyles.
Oh.
I mean, but thank you. They're going to fly. They're going to come up to the closest targets they can see, which ultimately is going to be Alabastrum and Vaughn. In fact, I'm not fully unconvinced they wouldn't both go after Alabastrum. Nah, we'll say they do it for the sake of ease. I'll roll for this one to attack Ravon, but I'll be honest with you, unless it rolls a natural 20, it ain't hitting Ravon. It's a standard ass gargoyle. Yeah, that didn't happen. As for Alabastrum, though, both of those miss. That's a 2 and a 3 on my die. Well, that's their turn. Thank you, gargoyles. As we come to the end of the round, you guys around you, as chaos begins to ensue in the middle of the central plaza, the central chamber, as this new armored figure has entered the fray, you also begin to hear at the banging of claws on wood as the doors of the tombs around you begin to crack. Some of them begin to break as undead flesh begins to reach through. And on that note, we're gonna have to call it there, because we gotta end early tonight, gamers.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
Woo!
I'm so sorry, my friends. Alrighty. First of all, well done tonight, gamers. That was great. With that being said, we're gonna do real quick outros because I do got to get out of here. So just everyone, real quick, go around. Let me know where people can. Let us know where people can find you. We'll start with CG.
Hi, I'm CG. You can find me on this channel on Tuesday, Rascals, Fun Times. You can also find me on Burnout Vaughn's channel, Saved by the Spell, also Fun Times. And you can also find me on Wiley's channel, X Wiley Willie, this upcoming Friday for a restream of Candlekeep Mysteries, also Fun Times. J Frost, go.
Hi, I'm Jay Frost. Everywhere that CG said, you can find me there. Joe.
Huge.
All right, I'm about to do a new record to shield in like 2 seconds. Ah! River, go.
That was really cool. He's really talented.
Thank you.
You can find
Thank
me,
you.
twitch.tv/WickedRiver97. Procrastination at its finest. Yeah. Punk? DePunko?
Punk is not
No.
gone yet.
Punk.
Hello. Aw, we're no longer on the nice round. That's okay.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it had
Unfortunately.
to end. It's okay.
We did have a very nice round, though.
It was a very
It wasn't-
nice
It was a good
That's
round.
a nice round.
Any explosions.
Very efficient.
Yes, incendiary devices are very good at clearing rooms. They're very efficient. But you all can find me on Twitch, Xiaongshu, Instagram, sometimes Blue Sky at Punkyard Dog. I'll try to stream. I am trying to go back to school, but I'm really just working a lot, and that makes me tired.
Heard that, gamer.
Joe!
Joe,
Alright, you want-
you were the last one, I believe.
CG, damn it. CG already went too. We made
Everyone,
You were the
We made
last.
double
everyone has
shirt?
gone except for
sure. We
you.
made double shirt with CG.
You were the last.
CG was first.
I led.
I'm just making sure.
It was
I don't
CG,
trust
J Frost, Joe, River, you.
I've been very slippery recently, I understand.
He has been slippy dippy.
I'm aware of you now.
Alright. Well, that just leaves me. Hey, stream isn't actually ending. I'm about to move over to Elden Ring Night Rain with my buddy Nate. But before I do that, YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Fucking 200 episodes of this campaign is insane, and we are rapidly approaching the end. So be on the watch. We'll be back next week, and I love you. Goodbye. Bye, YouTube.
Love you, but bye.